Okay, today I got something kind of fun for you. It's a bit of a historical thing again. If you can see here, we just got a couple little ceramic pieces. It's a creamer and a sugar, and this one's kind of hard to read, but you can see it right up on there. This one's a bit better, the sugar bowl. It says Souvenir of Houghton, Michigan. Houghton is in the Upper Peninsula. Now, again, it's just a basic little, souvenir creamer and sugar, nothing too fancy. But the reason why I got these is my mom just gave them to me because they were my great-great-grandmother's. They lived in Houghton, Michigan. Her husband, my great-great-grandfather, was a miner up there. And so these were some of the things that she owned. And so they go back to probably late 1800s, early 1900s. And I thought that was kind of interesting because we are just up there to visit that area on the Quincy Mine. That's where he worked. And one of the other things she gave me was this book here. Now, I can't remember if she said this book was something they owned or not, or if something she picked up on the side. But with it, she did give me a picture of my great-great-grandfather. This is him right here. He was a miner. He moved to Houghton at the age of 17 in 1882 to work the mines. And he'd been working in Cornwall, where his family was, where my family was. It was in Pennsylvania, in Cornwall. So he moved at age 17 to work the mines. So you can see here's a picture of the mine, the rock house, actually, in Quincy. One of the things you can go visit. It doesn't quite look like this anymore. It's definitely been pared down from what it used to be, but that is the rock house up there. And it was just kind of cool to think about, like, even in this picture, one of these guys could be him. He could be one of these people walking down here after long days of work or going, on a break or whatever it was. But he worked in the mines for 30 years. And that's in America. He worked in the mines in Cornwall before then when he was a kid. So I just thought that was kind of interesting that, that I have something that they actually owned, and I've been to the mines themselves. And so one of the other things I liked about this book here, I have to get a few pages marked. Maybe I'll go over the whole thing some other time, but it's a pretty fascinating little book that they have here. I'll show you this one too. This is the miners in Quincy. This is them going down into the mines. This is that little cart or carriage thing that they ran them on to get down in the mines. So let's see. Probably should have done a bit better markings in the little pages I got here. So it's. I thought this one was cool. Again, it's just the rock house up here, but down here is these are miners, or not miners. These are divers. Sorry, divers. You can see there. So yeah, it's a rudimentary early diving rig. These guys are diving in the lake. For what, it doesn't say, but it does say divers at work. And this was in, was at the Iron Mountain Lake. This book's from 1903. So you can see this book is quite old as well. So then I thought this was kind of cool too. They talked about how this was a piece of native copper. And it was weighed 6,000 pounds. Here, let me show this to you. So yes, this is a mass of pure copper weighing about 6,000 pounds. Was found upon the property of the Minogue Mining Company, situated at McCargo Cove on Isle Royal. That's an island just north of the UP. But yeah, that's what I thought was kind of cool to think of. Like, yeah, that's all pure copper. A 6,000 pound nugget of pure copper that people have been taking chunks off of for who knows how many hundreds, if not thousands of years before then. And I thought this was kind of cool too. So this is, I said, an underground trolley at the Quincy Mine. I mean, you can see that thing is just fabulous looking. But yeah, kind of a cool book. Like I said, just souvenirs. It's got all sorts of pictures of people vacationing, like on the beaches and everything. But like I said, this was a souvenir of Copper County, Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And like I said, this was from 1903. So yeah, I just thought that was kind of cool. So I got the book of the area, and I got the, my great-great-grandmother's souvenir, sugar and creamer. And I got to see the picture, jump to here, of my great-great-grandfather, who, like I said, was worked those mines for 30 years, working all the way up to a mine captain. So I just thought that was kind of cool. You know, it's not something you see every day, and it's not something where you can actually see, like, where your family came to America and actually visit the mines that they used to work and walk the grounds that they used to walk and actually, you know, hold the things that they held. And I just thought it was kind of cool, and it's, you know, it's just interesting to me to see the history of myself and my family, you know, coming down from England to work some copper mines and then, you know, staying in Michigan still. So anyway, that was it. Just thought it'd be kind of fun to show off. So thanks. Bye.